Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Kevin King, and I work here at the Kalamazoo Public Library. How many of you are excited that live music is like coming back a little bit of time? So we're super excited to start to kind of bring concerts back to KPL. Tonight, we are very honored to have Abigail Lapell. Let me read a little bit about her. So Toronto songwriter Abigail Lapell, she's obviously performing tonight from her new record, Stolen Time. It's her third album. The theme of recovery runs through the album with songs about becoming sober or a partner's sudden illness, exploring the cycle of rehabilitation and relapse. The title comes from the tempo rubato, a music term referring to the loose push and pull of expressive phrasing, a fitting metaphor for the shifting rhythm of uncertain times. An eclectic cast of musicians underscores the power of Lapell's vocals on Live Off the Floor 70s folk rock arrangements featuring bass drums, horn, strings, and steel, which we don't have tonight, sorry. Um, but many of the Stolen Time standout tracks are solo guitar or piano songs backed by little more than ghostly accordion or harmonica. The result is Lapell's most ambitious and confident album to date. Over the past 5 years and 3 spellbinding albums, which are all for sale in the back, she will take both American bucks and Canadian bucks. Lapell has garnered 2 Canadian Folk Music Awards, English Songwriter of the Year in 2020 and Contemporary Album of the Year in 2017. Hit #1 on Canadian folk radio and accrued a staggering 20 million plus Spotify streams while touring widely across Canada and the US and Europe. Again, her new record, Stolen Time. Please give a Kalamazoo welcome to Abigail Lapell.
If I had $1 to my name, if only $1 to my name, I'd be a rich man all the same. When I get to the land of plenty, fell in love with a sailor's daughter. Only the sailor's daughter, hand in hand and over the water, we sail for the land of plenty. Long is the road, long is the road, long is the road and narrow. Sleep, my love, till tomorrow, and dream of the land of plenty. young soldier. Only a poor young soldier got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Fighting for the land of plenty. But if I had $1 to my name, if only $1 to my name, I'd be a rich man all the same. When I get to the land of plenty, when I get to the land of plenty, when I get to the land of plenty. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Thanks a lot, everybody. My name is Abigail Lapell. I come from a little town in southern Ontario. Some of you might have heard of. It's called Toronto. It's so great to be here in Kalamazoo. I've learned a lot of things in the last 45 minutes since I rolled into town. And I'm sure, hopefully, I'll learn even more stuff about Kalamazoo. It's my first time here, and it features in at least 5 hit songs, the word Kalamazoo. Man, this is a beautiful library. I feel like that's what happens when you play at a library. You get a lot of learning done. Is it possible to like dim the lights, or is this part of the vibe? Wait. Sorry to push you on the spot. So I just drove in from Toronto, and man, it's a really beautiful drive. A lot of fall colors. Hello to everybody watching on the internet at home. Is that maybe the light thing is not good for the internet people? I don't know. Can someone just like shine their phone flashlight at me? And thank you so much. So yeah, thanks for coming out. I don't know how your last few years has been. Mine's been pretty weird. And so I'm just kind of getting back in. Is anyone here for the first time since the before times out at a live music concert event? I don't know why my hand is up. It's not the first, but this is one of the first tours that I've done since 2019. So it's really great to be back on the road. This song I'm going to play has a little audience participation moment. If you so choose, there's a whistle solo in the song / bird sounds, if anyone could do a good bird sound. The song's called Nightbird and Morning Bird. It's kind of like a nursery rhyme for children with abandonment issues. And the whistle part, your cue, you'll know it's coming because you'll see me making a whistling kind of face. So if anyone feels like whistling or doing a bird sound, let's see what happens. I'm gonna count to 3. Let's all close our eyes. And if you feel like it, only if you're inspired, you can do whatever type of bird noise you want to do. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was awesome. You're hired. The song's called Nightbird and Morning Bird. Oh, 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 sang the nightbird to the morning bird. Oh, 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 don't Don't you go, don't you go. Oh, oh, oh. To the night bird sang the morning bird. Oh, oh, oh. Now you know, now you know. Why, oh, why sang the night bird to the morning bird? Oh, why, tell me so, tell me so. Oh, my little night bird sang the morning bird. Oh, why, now you know, oh, now you know. Bye, 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 little shadows in the open sky. High and low and up and down, all around they go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Won't you stay? Won't you stay? Hey, hey. Oh, no, no. Sang the sweet one to the bitter one. Don't you go. Fly away, fly, fly. Fly, 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 fly away. Hey, hey, hey. Bye, bye, bye. Little shadows in the open sky. High and low and up and down. All around they go. Go, 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 go. All right, that concludes the audience participation portion of the evening. Unless there's any hecklers in the house, which I really welcome. Just, like I said, I've barely left my apartment for the last 2 to 3 years, so any chance to brush up on my social skills with a little heckling. Doesn't seem like a super heckling. I guess when you play in a library, so there's a real hush on the crowd, which I appreciate so much. I just released an album in April of 2022, so I've been kind of getting back on the road since then. And the record's called Stolen Time. And it's mostly full of like sad Canadian folk music, so they don't hand out those Canadian folk music awards for writing like a lot of upbeat club bangers. So this next song, actually, I released a version of this song. It's called Waterfall, and I released a version of it also in French, which is my first time releasing a song in another language. Est-ce qu'il y a du monde ici qui parle français? Any French speakers in the house? We got one. Un, deux, trois, deux, deux et demi. Moi, je parle, I don't really speak French so much as Québécois. I used to live in Montreal for a lot of years. So those of you who are from Europe will not understand my accent. Maybe I'll just play the song in English. But if you want to hear it in French, you can go online and check it out. The French version of the song is called La Cascade, which means the waterfall. And this is a song about letting go. waterfall. Can you hear my voice at all? I will always answer when you call. Waterfall. Day and night, shadows of the dying light. Have you ever seen a sadder sight? Day and night. Go in grace. Who could ever take your place? I have never known a kinder face. Go in grace. Waterfall. Can you hear my voice at all? I will always answer when you call. Waterfall. Waterfall. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. That means thank you very much. In Quebecois. I was in Montreal just a couple weeks ago at a festival, and I told my mom this story, and she thought it was so funny. And she was like, "You have to tell this story on stage." And I was like, "I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing." So you guys tell me if this is funny. I went to my hotel in Montreal. I was checking in, and they said I do speak French, but we were talking in English. And the lady at the desk said, "I upgraded you to the coroner suite." And I was like, "What did you say?" And she was like, "The coroner suite. I upgraded you." And I was like, "All right, well, did you say coroner suite?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, I guess that sounds all right." And then I was like, "Wait a minute, what is a coroner suite?" And she said, "It's a suite where one wall meets another wall." True, sir. Oh, I got one. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Mom. Just kidding. She's not here tonight. Then she told me I should consider being a stand-up comedian. I was like, I don't know. I think I'll stick with playing sad folk songs. Thank you very much. So I've spent a lot of time on the road. My last album came out in 2019, so that was, in hindsight, a really good move on my part. That was a good time. Early 2019. I just caught the tail end of the before times with that album cycle, and I did a lot of traveling around and got to visit a lot of places and play music. And so this song is kind of in the great tradition of songs about being on the road and when you have someone waiting for you back home, or or at least you hope that they're waiting for you. And it's called Halfway to Mexico. It's on my last record, Getaway, from 2019, also known as The Before Times. 500 miles on the road ahead. 5 days now until I'm sleeping in my own bed. I didn't ask, I would know. Halfway to Mexico. And out on the highway, the sirens moan. Headlights, the starry nights, and I'm driving all alone. 500 down, 500 to go. Halfway to Mexico. Halfway to Mexico. Ask me no questions, tell me no lies, make me no promises when we make our goodbyes. I wouldn't mind if I didn't know. Halfway to Mexico. Halfway to Mexico. Oh. Okay, so Kevin earlier told me like 5 different songs called Kalamazoo, like I mentioned. And I'm not going to play any of them. But I am super duper excited to be in Kalamazoo, which I just also learned is the home of the original Gibson guitars. Yeah. So I'm going to go take some selfies there tomorrow with my Gibson. And this very Gibson from 1959 apparently would have been made at that factory. Yep. It's almost as old as I am, this guitar. In guitar years. I don't know what that means. It's cool. So, but I do have one song that takes place in Michigan. I wrote this song. I was just saying earlier, I was lucky enough to spend some time up in near East Jordan, Michigan, doing a songwriting retreat in the woods in a cabin near the mighty Jordan River, which is like a very small trickle. And so I was spending some time alone in a cabin, which is a real dream come true. And it was kind of this time of year, beautiful fall colors. And I just spent my days walking through the woods, trying not to get shot. And mostly succeeding. It was really a magical time, and I found an old piano in the cabin that was mostly kind of not working, but some of the keys, like half of them were out of tune and the other half were kind of botched and not really producing a lot of sound. And also piano's not really my main instrument, but I really wanted to try writing a song on this old piano. I just took a liking to it. And so this next song is called Jordan, and I wrote it on that piano, just kind of picking out the working keys. And that was sort of how the melody of the song came about. So I think that's a good metaphor for something. I'm not sure what. Anyway, it's a song about kind of getting lost in the woods and finding yourself. Too wild and weary slumber, what dreams will come all night like galloping thunder, night horses on the run. And I've walked that northern highway in the autumn rain. Good things are gonna come my way. Blue skies coming back again. All through the Michigan forest, felt beat and rhyme. My voice, a lonesome chorus, 2 feet in meter time. I saw that rolling river, so cold and wide. So I will be delivered, departed for the northern side. And in that Jordan Valley, sleep sound and tight. Sweet one, don't feel so badly. I'll dream of you tonight. In wild and weary slumber, what dreams will come all night like galloping thunder, night horses on the run. Thank you so much. I forgot to mention that song also has a very small pun on the metric system. So if anyone can identify that, I will give you a free postcard later. Speaking of which, I have some postcards at the back. They're free. And I also brought some albums for sale. I got CDs. If anyone here is too young to know what a CD is, I also brought vinyl records. I have to say these jokes land a little better when I have a drummer, but I think we're all gonna get through it together. It's okay. I'm a professional. I should just bring my own a little kit just for that, just for the dad jokes. I also have tote bags. I think I brought 3 tote bags on this tour. So this is my first of a 1-week tour across the upper Midwest. So tell your friends. This next song is called, Down by the Water. I have a lot of water themed songs, and it's really not deliberate, but I think I take a lot of inspiration from the natural world. And speaking of which, I was looking for recommendations of places to go for like a little hike tomorrow. If I have time before I leave town. Somebody told me something called the Nature Center. Yeah, that's a good center for nature. It sounds like it, but what do I know? What do they have there? Like hiking trails and birds and trees and stuff like that? Perfect. Well, maybe I'll write a song about it. Maybe my next album will be called The Nature Center. A little on the nose, perhaps. Anyway, this song is a springtime song, so perfect for the early fall. The mid-early fall. I would say it's almost late early fall at this point. Or early mid-fall. Anyway, this song is called Down by the Water, and it's a song about renewal and finding a moment to get away. Where will you go, my darling daughter? I'm gonna live down by the water. If I ever could find the time, never no reason or rhyme. Gonna live down by the water. And I'm gonna send a dozen roses down the river like baby Moses. And I'll wash my tears away when I'm down in the river today. Gonna send a dozen roses, a dozen roses. And you will be your one and only when the days are lost and lonely, and the little bluebirds of spring go down to the river to sing. We will hear their testimony. Sing a little song, darling. Sing it like a little blue starling, in the country or the town, and for miles all around. Sing a little song, darling. Now the days are getting harder. I'm gonna live down by the water. If I ever could find the time, never no reason or rhyme. Gonna live down by the water, down by the water. I'm gonna live down by the water, down by the water. Thank you. Are there any requests, by the way? I'm always happy to take requests. I probably won't play the songs that you have requests, but I'll take them under advisement for next time. So just shout them out. Oh, but actually, the first show I ever saw was, this is a very Toronto thing, was at the Sky Dome. Do you guys know what that is? I don't think it's called the Sky Dome anymore, but I will always call it that. It's like a big baseball stadium in Toronto that opened when I was but a child. And the first concert, it's not known for its great acoustics, but like most stadiums. But the first concert I ever saw was Simon and Garfunkel with Gordon Lightfoot opening for them at the Sky Dome, of all places. Yeah, it was pretty bananas. I admit I did not know who Gordon Lightfoot was, but I was a big S&G head at that time. And anyway, my brother actually got tickets for him and his girlfriend, and then he couldn't make it, so he made her take me, which at the time I just thought was cool. Looking back, I guess maybe you wouldn't want to take your boyfriend's like 10-year-old sister to a concert that you have been planning for months, but at the time I was pretty oblivious, luckily for me, and I just had a great time. So thanks, Isabel White, wherever you are. But why am I talking about this? Oh yeah, I was gonna play a Gordon Lightfoot song, but no. Any other requests? All right, well, I'll just keep playing my own songs. Actually, I could play. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I haven't really done this at a show, but one of my sisters recently got married, like very recently, a few weeks ago. I don't even know what year it is anymore, but last month. And she asked me to play the song Songbird by Fleetwood Mac. Beautiful song. And I said, I don't know if I can. Oh, she wanted me to do it for their first dance. You're learning a lot about my siblings today. So I was like, obviously I'll do whatever you say for your wedding. I was a bridesmaid of honor, according to my sister. I think she just made that up to make me feel special, but that's fine because it worked. But I was like, okay, I can try to learn the song. It's a pretty difficult song to play. And then also I was concerned because I was like, it's not very rhythmic, It's kind of got like it doesn't really have a steady beat for like walking down the aisle or your first dance and stuff like that. And you know what she told me? Don't overthink it. And now, for someone that's known me my whole life. Anyway, so I've been trying to take that advice with me in my heart wherever I go. Don't overthink it. So far, I haven't succeeded in not overthinking it, but maybe in that spirit, I'm going to play the song right now. Songbird by Fleetwood Mac. If anyone wants to slow dance, there's a little room up here. For you, there'll be no more crying. For you, the sun will be shining. And I feel that when I'm with you, it's alright. I know it's right. To would give the world to you. I would never be cold. And I feel that when I'm with you, it's alright. I know it's right. And the songbirds are singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. And I wish you all the love in the world. But most of all, I wish it from myself. And the songbirds keep singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. Like never before. Like never before. All right, any other requests? I'll play another song from, this one is from an album I released 5 years ago. Exactly 5 years ago to the minute. And, the album is called Hide Nor Hair. This is the first song on the record, and it's a love song / breakup song. It's called Diamond Girl. Snow in the winter, mud in the spring. Who's gonna be your lady? Who's gonna ride passenger side? Who's gonna call you baby? Oh, 1 in the summer, 2 in the fall, 3 on a desert island. Little too old and a little too cold. Last one wearing a diamond. Oh, it's dirt in the winter, dirt in the spring. Who's gonna be your honey? Who's gonna wear your diamond ring? Who's gonna spend your money? Well, I don't wanna be your diamond girl now. I don't wanna be your lady. I don't wanna ride passenger side. Don't wanna call you baby. Snow in the winter, mud in the spring, and I don't wanna wear your diamond diamond ring. I don't want to spend your money. I don't want to call you honey. So, like I said, I spent a lot of time traveling around, making people laugh with my awkward banter, and also making them cry, also with the same awkward banter. And so it's really cool being back out on the road. It's also like, you know, there was some silver linings of the last couple of years. It was kind of nice being at home. My partner was very ill for a time, and it was kind of in a way that's horrible, but it was kind of good timing because I was like around, I had nothing to do but look after my partner full time while cashing my checks from the Canadian government. But anyways, you didn't come here to listen to me talk about COVID relief payments from Canada. Maybe you did come here for that, in which case you're welcome. But yeah, being on the road is awesome. But I guess as anyone who has traveled a lot can tell you, it can at times be a little bit lonesome. Sometimes it can be the opposite, like you don't really have a lot of downtime. And at the same time, like I was talking about before, I find it really inspiring, all this sort of scenery. And I spent some time up in the Rocky Mountains in Banff, Alberta, doing a songwriting workshop. And so I wrote this next song there. It's called Shape of a Mountain, and it was written in the shadow of Sleeping Buffalo Mountain, which is, yeah, such a magical place. And I guess it's kind of just a bittersweet thing. And that's what the song's about, traveling and sort of the beauty of that, but also the, at times, some of the challenges. And I called the record Getaway because it sort of is, all the songs are like about getting away, kind of. But then I was also thinking about getaway, like a relaxing getaway on the beach can be like a very nice type of getaway. But I was also thinking about the idea of a getaway car, like making an escape, and sort of maybe the darker side of that. Anyway, this song is not as long as this long story that I'm telling, but if you have any questions or comments, come see me after the show. I'll be sitting by next to this CD and vinyl table, holding my Sharpie, and we can discuss it more then. In the meantime, this song's called Shape of a Mountain, and it goes like this. Oh, my heart is the shape of a mountain, a frozen peak, asleep in the snow, with the foothills and the valleys surrounding. Far, far below. My blood makes the sound of the ocean, of crashing waves that weep on the shore, and the tides are forever in motion, with nowhere to go. The rain in the desert, the frost on the vine, all the seasons have their reasons. and I have mine. My voice fills the walls of a canyon, a lonesome echo, deep and low. And this song is my constant companion. Wherever I go, and my song is the song of the highway, a siren's wail. It calls and I go, say goodbye, and I will be on my way. When the cold north wind blows, oh, my heart is the shape of a mountain, a frozen peak, asleep in the snow, with the foothills and the valleys surrounded. Far, far, far below. All right, I'm going to slow things down a little bit. Boom. This song is also from my record Getaway. Like I said, the album's kind of about getting away. It's kind of a concept album. Unintentionally so. But after the fact, I took a look at all the songs and I said, there's little songs about driving, songs about breaking up, songs about running away. And then this next song, which is about a UFO sighting. It's based on a true story that was told to me by a pretty drunk person in Saskatchewan, Canada. That's in the prairies where they have those big skies. It's big sky country. It's like I guess Alberta is like the Texas of Canada, but Saskatchewan's just kind of like right over the border from Alberta. And they see some strange things up in the sky. Now, I will say this, because I guess it's kind of like I've never seen a UFO. So it's sort of a cultural appropriation for me to sing about it. But I did hear this story about the UFO sighting. I was playing at a place called Flavor Country Ranch, which is a really weird venue in the middle of nowhere, like in a field in Saskatchewan. I was going there with a friend of mine. We were on tour together, and it was the kind of place where you couldn't really find it on your GPS. You had to get like these very convoluted directions. Like you turn right at the Tim Hortons and keep going, whatever. And so we were looking for this place, driving down this dusty road. Like you can barely see. There's just like a cloud of dust enveloping our vehicle, and it just feels like we're driving forever. And finally, we see this driveway, kind of the turnoff. So we're like, I think this is it. I think this is Flavor Country Ranch, which is, by the way, spelled FLAV''R, for no real reason. I'm not sure why it's called that. But they just do things a little differently at Flavor Country Ranch, as we soon found out, because as we turned into the driveway, the first thing you see is a life-size UFO that's crash landed in the field. And then everything is covered in UFO paraphernalia. Like there's art and toys and like figurines. The venue was in a converted barn that's beautiful. There's like, they salvaged a floor from a bowling alley nearby. And the guy is like I don't know, he's like a cabinet maker. He did such a beautiful job. He had bought this land back that had been in his family for generations and had been sold like in the last century. And he managed to get it back and turn it into this cool art. I don't want to use the word cult, but with all this UFO themed stuff. So whatever, I just thought it was all in good fun. But sure enough, not that surprisingly, as the night wore on and we were sitting around the fire and more beverages were consumed and other things, the story came out that in fact there had been possibly a UFO sighting in the neighborhood. And like I said, I've never seen a UFO. The Flavor Country Ranch logo is a sort of a stylized, like a silhouette of a flying saucer with a beam of light coming down. And then suspended in the beam of light is a silhouette of a bison. So that's Flavor Country Ranch for you. And that's kind of what this song was inspired by. But I was thinking a lot about it, and I felt like, although I have not seen a UFO, I spend a lot of time looking up at the night sky, and I was just thinking that, how that's kind of a universal thing, you know, whether you're into astrology, astronomy, stargazing, what have you. There's got to be just no human on this planet that hasn't looked up at the sky, wondering, looking for some kind of pattern or some kind of meaning. And that's what this song's all about. It's called UFO Song, and it's in the key of E minor. Woke in the dead of night, taken by surprise. I saw a golden light fill the prairie skies. I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. Oh, under the prairie moon, out on the vast horizon, it hung like an air balloon above the herd of bison. Then I saw it rising. All the nights of my youth, staring at the stars, I searched for a higher truth, a better life on Mars. Couldn't help it if I tried. I couldn't run and hide. And when I saw it, oh, I may be a prize fool, taken for I swear by the golden rule, by my foolish pride, I would tell no word of a lie. Cross my heart and hope to die. I wasn't dreaming. I was terrified. Oh Sally, oh why do you dally out in the pouring rain, with the wind blowing madly out in the alley? Again, again and again. Oh Father, oh why do you bother when it's all gonna turn out the same? We can follow each other, one from another, again and again and again. And again. Thank you. Thank you. If you're just joining us, my name is Abigail Lapell, all the way from Toronto, Canada. Tomorrow I'm going to Evanston, Illinois. Pause for applause. Are there any Evanstonians in the house? apparently I get to set my clock back an hour, so that's exciting. I have like an old-fashioned watch where you have to set the time, not using the internet. So I'm really excited that it's going in my favor in a way that will make me more likely and not less likely to be on time for my show. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Well, I'm going to play a few more songs and then we'll come and we'll hang out at the merch table. I brought a Sharpie. And you know what they say about CDs and vinyl records? They sound better when they're signed. That's just science, my friends. This song is called Indigo Blue. When I am older someday, you will be my lady, and I will dress you all in indigo blue. And we will be married, and you will have my baby, and I will give him eyes of indigo blue. Born wild, nobody's lady, I will never dress in indigo blue. I will sail a tall ship over the ocean, and I will count the waves of indigo blue. I'll ride a motorcycle into the desert under an open sky of indigo blue. Born wild, nobody's child, I will never dress in indigo blue. Thank you so much to everyone at KPL/KPL Live. Let's hear it for Brian, the sound person. And thank you so much to Kevin and Aaron and the other Brian, who spells his name differently, but I'm not sure which is which. One is a Y, one is an I. Let's give it up either way. And Keith, and I want to say also Brian. Tom, thank you so much. Can you tell if people are watching at home? Do they have any, is there like a comment section? Do they have any requests? What is it? Okay. Does anyone have any requests at the home viewing stations that we've set up around the world? What's that? You want me to play more of my own oeuvre? Oh, not so far. No, that's a no. Did people ask? Do people actually type in no requests? Number one folk song that I wrote? I already played it. It's "Down by the Water" by Abigail Lapell. Yeah, that's the one. That one's a hit. I could try to figure out which one's number two. I would have to check the algorithm. Are you looking? Kevin's looking right now. Two is your favorite number. One is the loneliest number. Oh, here's one actually. I don't know if it's number two, but this one is surprisingly a real banger. On That's number two. Yeah, right. Okay. I feel like that one I would probably need a band, but I'm gonna play one. It might be down in the like, it might be in your like fours and fives, but this one was also a hit. It's called "Sparrow for Heart." That's number four. Okay, number four with a bullet. Let's see if we can't get that up to number one. We'll all go home tonight. Those of you who are already at home. Okay, the song is called "Sparrow for Heart," and it's about, I don't know. It's about making a getaway. When I was young, I had a sparrow for a heart and a red wing's eyes. And I left my home made of sticks and stones from the fallen skies. Run, run, all the colors of the rainbow spun out, red, green, blue. Be still, my heart, don't start bleeding too. Run, 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 run. And when I am old, would you carry my bones to the blood red sea? Don't let the earthworms and carrion crows get the best of me. Green, green, and red and blue were the colors no more. Only beating wings, a sparrow sings, and it makes my heart soar, soar. Run, 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 run. Ooh. Thank you so much. So I put out a record in April, like I said, and I would definitely not describe it as a pandemic album, but having written and recorded it during 2021, and then released it in 2022, I cannot deny that there were a couple moments of sort of pandemic topical influence songs. And this next one It's no exception. It's called All Dressed Up. It's kind of about being like stuck at home. That's an evergreen topic, though. You could be stuck at home for any number of reasons. Anyway, this song's called All Dressed Up. And it goes like this. Snow is falling on the TV screen. Grass is blue now and the sky is green, and I don't know which way the wind will blow. I got all dressed up now, got nowhere to go. So take me dancing on the telephone line. The world is ending, but I'm feeling fine, and I can't see the sun shining down on me. I got all dressed up now, got nowhere to be. I got no way out here. Wake me up when the coast is clear. Birds are singing on the radio dial. Come on over, you can stay a while. I don't care, I got storm clouds in my hair. I got all dressed up now, I'm going nowhere. I got no way out here. Wake me up when the end is near. I got all dressed up now, got nowhere to be. I got all dressed up now, got no one to see. I got all dressed up now, got nowhere to be. Thank you so much. All right, my friends and people I don't know yet, future friends. I got time for 2 more songs. Thank you again for being such a lovely and super quiet audience. I'm just looking down at my set list in case you're wondering why I'm glancing down. I don't have like TikTok or something feed it down there. I'm trying to choose the second last song. I know what the last one's going to be. Okay, here we go. This song is also my last album, and it's kind of It's kind of loosely inspired by, I lived in Montreal for a lot of years. I moved there when I was a young lady. And I really fell in love with the city. And the song's not really about that, but it's just kind of about that feeling of being kind of young and stupid in a good way. And finding a new place to love. It's called Ask Me No Questions. Ask me no questions and tell me no lies. I thought you were different than all the other guys. All I could see is the trouble in their eyes. All I could see is the devil in disguise. Been over and under and over and all around. And I was no angel, but I fell for this town. I gave it all of my money, all of my time. It was worth every penny, every nickel and dime. Thank you very much again. My name is Abigail Lapell. I'm going to play one more song. So my new record has 11 songs on it, and there's one love song, and it's this. I thought that was a good ratio of love to non-love. And this song is loosely inspired by my partner, Jeff, who, unlike me, is not a very talkative person. And the song's called I Can't Believe. That's how I sometimes feel about a love song. I can't believe you believe in me. The years are short and the days are long. And nobody knows what tomorrow will be. So how can you believe pockets, standing at the bar all night long. I watch you watch me from afar. And you don't say anything, but anyone can see. You believe, I do believe, you believe in me. And I used to dream of a dream come true. Sad song was all I ever knew. Out at the same old moon and wait for someday soon. And I won't pretend I still believe in love that lives forever, like the stars above. Yesterday's sun has set. Today is all we get, but I believe that that's enough for me. Thank you so much. Have a great night.